Morning, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Hope y'all are doing okay today. So, pardon me. So, wanted to talk about something that I just find odd. So, I don't want to call this person out, so I'm going to be careful. But someone that I'm friends with on my private social media, who I've known for years, they've been rather active on social media, posting a lot of anti-gun stuff after the Uvalde shooting, which I get to a point. And I've been offering a counterpoint and some evidence to the contrary, not only just the counterpoint in opinion, but evidence to the contrary of what he's saying. And he will either say that, that's not what my post was about. It's about, people idolizing their guns and, you've replaced the Second Commandment with the Second Amendment. No. For those of you that don't know, the Second Commandment is thou shalt have no other gods before me, and the Second Amendment is the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. So, just quick references. And well, that's not what my post was about. It was about, that we should care more about kids than guns. I'm like, I do, but I also am ready to use my guns to protect my kids in an appropriate situation. And one thing I've always said when I go down the rabbit hole with someone in a political discussion, when they're being cool and level-headed, or at least they seem to be, as I say, the one flaw with with written word in the English language is you have to be very careful about what you write down or type out, because the reader isn't in front of you face to face to pick up on the tones in what you're saying and your body language. And there's a lot that they will have the ability to read into what you're typing that you're not saying. The guy that taught my public speaking class in high school put it like this: I can give you a sentence and change the meaning of the sentence based on where I put the inflection. I didn't say you were a jerk. I didn't say you were a jerk. Or I didn't say you were a jerk. And you can do that with every word. Okay, fair. And so I always do my very best to give people the benefit of the doubt when I'm reading what they've said. And there have been a couple times that I'll, basically say, with the English language, when you're writing it, you have to be very precise because it's easy to do that. So if I'm leaving any room here for you to interpret my words as being a condescending jerk, understand that's not the place I'm coming from here. I'm, genuinely trying to discuss this and point and counterpoint kind of stuff. And I genuinely want to have a productive discussion, even if we still walk away hopefully agreeing to disagree, or just out and out disagreeing. I want to have that type of discussion. And the tone of voice I would be using if we were having this talk sitting across from each other, sipping a cup of coffee, would be very laid back, relaxed, and mild toned, much like the tone of voice I'm using right now. But I've offered point and counterpoint to his perspective and data points, and he assumes my motives and basically equates me to a bitter clinger to my guns, and everything else accuses me of being very scared and a very small man that wants to hang on to my guns, essentially. And basically that's his perspective no matter the evidence presented. And I almost wonder if some people are to the point where they can't stand to be disagreed with. Now, I'm not gonna lie, after so long of this comment thread going on and on and on, I may or may not have made a snarky remark once or twice. But I never assumed his perspective, point of view, or motives. I asked them, but I didn't assume them. And I don't know if this is conceding on their part or not, but basically the comment that we went down the rabbit hole in the comment section together, and then I said something and he reacted to it and hasn't posted since, and that's been over 24 hours ago. But I find it so weird that I've literally known this person for 20 years plus, and that's the treatment I get. And whether you believe in God or not, there's a certain way that Christians are called to treat each other, and that definitely wasn't happening there. I don't know, just odd to me. And I realize I'm giving those that don't necessarily agree with the Christian faith or the church ammo, but understand whoever you choose to associate with is a messed up person, whether that person is in a church, in a Masonic lodge, in a car club, a bowling league. Everybody's messed up one way or another. So, and everybody has the capacity to mistreat you one way or another. So I'm not making an argument for being unchurched or leaving the church or staying out of the church. Just, I find it odd. That's kind of what I got on that one. It bugs me that people will treat people poorly online, and to a degree that they would never dare do in person. The only times that I try to sound like a jerk online is after someone has crossed something of a line, whether it's physical threats or whether it's if you're a jerk to me for 5 or 10 comments and I finally had enough of your attitude, I might decide to do the same thing back, but I never started. So I wonder if social media is truly a good thing in the long run. That's what I got on this one, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Catch y'all next time.